Welcome to another episode of my 30 days meditation challenge that will open the horizons, further our sight to start making some sense of our life. I did not know this is going to be the intro, but here it is. That's what it is. Anyway, there was a lot of things going on, a lot of challenges, a lot of insights, which is kind of what I expected when I started doing this challenge. And a lot of also bigger, fluffing my pillow, some new pillows. Ugh. Also as a consequences of more awareness. I figure out that I need more pillows in my couch. Can you imagine? Um, all because of meditation challenge. Anyway, I started notice that I will be experiencing changes, perceptual and physical actual changes, and in my decision making, in clarity. And I started to think what is important in life for me, in general, for people. And I noticed again that my previous passion about health, and call it health optimizations, biohacking, terms like that, where basically awareness is introduced into your mind and into your body, and which you start to understand better. Because my findings were telling me that people in general, when I say this, first I'll say it, we don't know who we are, and that creates so much problems that you cannot even imagine. And if I would say, it's not just that we don't know who we are as a character, what we want, what we need, and so on, which is still uh, some people do more than the others. Some people know more like on the surface levels, like, oh, I want more money, I want this, but if you go further, why you want it, you see the other notions open, and you start to see that that not having answers to this will drastically change your reality to the better, because you'll be acting upon from who you are. Imagine if you really know yourself, even if we're talking just about the character. Of course, they're deeper knowing yourself, which is even better. You'll start making even such a great decisions, coming from a whole other level. But even if you're just looking the basics, like if you don't know what you want, if you don't know who you are, that's my premises. If you don't know who you are, you don't know what you want. So how you want to get it? You have some idea that what you don't want, that's what usually people know, but you don't know exactly what you want. And you don't know how the world really works. Or if you want to go a step further, how universe works. That's what I meant when I said, like, we don't know how the mind and body works. But if you do, which awareness practice comes in, or it's kind of strange to say awareness practice, but meditation practice, you start to have these answers and you start to make different decisions, and things start to become more effortless, because you basically end up doing things that you actually want. And not just that, you want for the right reasons. So it's this subtle difference that people, we want maybe be famous, or we want more money, but we want it because, I don't know, mother and father never said they loved us and they never approved of us, So that dysfunction, this need, gets formed, and it gets a person chasing something to the degree in order to fill that hole. And if they have other beliefs set up in a way that will actually enable them to catch what they're chasing, let's say the money, they still won't be happy. So, yeah, you're probably aware of these things by now. A lot of people talk about this, and it's true. You will not be happy because you're chasing a ghost. You think that something you're making things that you do a means to something else, completely failing to understand that that's not the way how this world is meant to function, how this universe function. You can do that, of course, you can do that, and you can find out the bad way, like I did, like many people do, that it doesn't work. Now, that of course doesn't mean that you shouldn't do what you're doing. No, you could be doing the same thing, but with a different notion, with a different why, you know. And this is so crucial when you talk about knowing ourselves, because if you know yourself, you know this why deep down, and it will not be originating from dysfunctional self. Because imagine if you create with dysfunctional mind, meaning that you did not get some, let's say, needs met, or you got abused or something, you're going to be acting out of force, you're going to be acting out of pain. And that is a less aware state that makes us make less aware choices and enable and creates less aware, less fulfilling life. Then you'll never get what you want. So I I went a little bit astray, but for a good cause. I believe these things are good to clarify and to bring it a little bit more down to the ground. That when I said that it's about knowing yourself on a different levels, I start to discover my passions. Some of them coming from dysfunction. Some of them are also at the same time coming from the functional part. And I always wanted to help people. You know, obviously there's, you could say, oh, because you want to help yourself. So you could say like, and then you want, I don't know, you want recognition, you want people to approve of you, you know, that would be maybe the negative part of it. But there would be also a positive part. So, you know, when there's a negative part and you resist, you say like, oh, I don't want to do it because I don't want to be a victim of this pattern, you know, because the mind through its patterning uses you, especially patterns are not beneficial, they will drive you crazy. But if you do it for the right reasons, for instance, if I want to help the people for the right reasons, so what would the right reason be? How about you're my brother and I love you? Or you're my sister and I love you? And what if I really meant that? Because I understand how pain and suffering feels. And the fact that I know certain things that can help you makes me feel good, makes me feel purposeful, gives you what you want. You are grateful, which will produce like much better perceptual state for you. It's actually much closer to who you really are. It will make me feel more appreciated. And we can have this exchange, you know, when I can get some energy in whatever way from you as you're getting the energy from me. So it's like this symbiosis. And it feels really good when you have this. Ultimately, I believe this is how it should be, that people, we are living in symbiosis. And you'll do that, I've noticed, only with when you become more aware and you'll see that you're making dysfunctional choices, causing a dysfunctional life. You're working from a lot of assumptions that are wrong. Wrong in the sense that they're just not accurate. Not that you are wrong. They're just not accurate. And life becomes unsymbiotic. And then you have arguments, hate, wars, stupid choices, stupid people, or technical term is unaware. And it makes us all live less fulfilling life when it could be completely different. And this time, actually, I'm recording this challenge. This is really, it's happening at such a big rate, and more people are talking about it. It's in the air. You can see that things are happening. And if people don't know, for those that don't know, you can see that there's something happening that is unprecedented. And it's this, people becoming more aware because they have to. Because if we don't become more aware, we're gonna destroy each other. And I don't believe that this is why we are here. I think that people would like to see how things are when they are functioning actually well. They don't even know what it means to function well, how to be in symbiotic states. And I've been in them. Perhaps you have as well. And they're just amazing. They're just amazing. So I did a detour, but so I quickly mention now that my passions were about obviously awareness, and also, well, in this regard, knowing how the mind, body, and spirit work really for real. They're not just concepts. They're real things. Like there is your computer and this camera, and so once you realize that, you have to start living from it. And my passions go in the sense of, in the area of health. I was always fascinated in health optimization, how to feel amazing. Even cheat codes, shortcuts. There are some, and some, they are not, So I'm interested in those. So I'll be reporting more about this. I don't know, maybe even within this challenge, because I'm finding out, I'm not saying about what I'm finding out lately, but I'm finding out a lot of things that I kind of forgot. Some of them I didn't piece together right well. Some of the things I'm trying out. Now I'm more talking about the emotional, so the brain gut connection. I'm working a lot about this, seeing how different things affect my mood, from diet, supplementation. I also am going back into analysis of my genes that it is not, I don't believe it's like an ultimate answer, but greatly enhances your awareness of what's happening, what kind of predisposition you have, that when it gets put in the environment, when the genes get expressed in the environment, some of them get activated, some of them get deactivated, and how to do that. So I'm going again back into these things, and I'll start putting, I said, like links into the descriptions, things that I to refer you to things that I'm talking about, and to link you up with the companies, individuals that I have been contacting in the past, and some now, and I will do more in the future to get more insights into mind and body. And it's almost like then you get like, in this superhuman domain, it's not really superhuman. It's like this term that people talk, it's like kind of a little bit trick. Oh, I'll be superhuman. They appeal to your fear, insecurity that you are less and you want to get ahead of others because you want to be the best, So, and there's, again, the functional part of that and dysfunctional. I'll try to focus more on the functional part of that. Because when you have your needs met, and when you are aware enough of others, you'll be able to help meet needs of others, or even better, help them realize, other people to you, from me to you, for instance, what your needs are and how important they are, and connect you to your power, if you're not already connected to it, how to get your needs met, and how to get what you want and what you need, actually. So that brings me joy. That like makes me happy. I really do. I was talking with my girlfriend as well, that how people that have maybe not such a great past, that become acutely aware. Sometimes you're acting on pain, but sometimes you're really acutely aware and much more compassionate because you're aware of how people feel, and you want to take make them feel better and you want to take care of them because you know how these states, how badly they feel, how suffering is terrible. It's also awakening tool, you know, but you have to realize that by yourself. Sometimes I don't want to, you know, like say things because everybody wants to figure out things by themselves, and they should, because that's how you connect to your own true power. I'm just trying to, just a dude trying to connect with myself, accessing my power through the tool of meditation to maybe inspire you or remind you or just report to myself and to you how to do the same. And I would like to hear actually how are you doing it to connect to your true power, because you'll be making some really cool decisions, you know, that will affect your life. I think I'm getting too long here, and I maybe just to put quick structure into this video so it's not just all over the place, because in my head it's structured, but I don't know how it comes out. Maybe you can tell me with the comments. I'm interested how I come across. And to you, you know, to me, I know. So to put a little bit of structure this, I wanted to again report my findings while doing meditations. I wanted to observe also when I watch this, the change in me of how I think, how I come across to myself, to others, and to kind of follow up with the challenge and to have consistency introduced and structure in my life. And I was trying to talk about things that matter from the core, knowing who you are, what you want. And then I wanted to share my things, who I think, what my passions are, what do I want. So we're sharing that, and implied the links, connections that I will be posting that help me get myself more together. So it can help you. I hope it makes sense. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. For those the ones that want to see the message clear, they will. The ones that won't, they will not. That's just how it works. So much for today. I'm gonna go. Oh, actually, I wanted to say some quick one that with these things, more practical things, I found out even from my genes, that one of my main recommendations is like move your ass more, exercise, do some cardio. Apparently, I'm this type that is like you know, like a hunter type that needs to move. Everybody needs to move, but some people need to move more. So that's what I'm gonna do. Do some exercise, try to make it joyful, and I'm gonna put more attention into these things because they greatly improve my mood and enhance my meditation. So that's what I'll be doing. So anyway, have a good day, and yeah, good to talk to you. See you tomorrow.